Hello everybody, welcome back into another Sony Showcase trailer reaction. We're going to be looking at Assassin's Creed Mirage now, and this one's an interesting one for me. At least once a month I get someone in a comment somewhere asking me, have I played an Assassin's Creed game? Do I plan to play the Assassin's Creed franchise? I've been playing Assassin's Creed since 2007. I started at the first one and I went all the way up to Syndicate and then I stopped. I haven't played Origins, I haven't played Valhalla, I haven't played Odyssey. I am part of that lost demographic of Assassin's Creed players that started in the very beginning. Most of us love Ezio, he's our favorite, he's mine, his trilogy was still amazing to me. And then we stuck it out for as long as we could, and I just ended up dropping it after Syndicate. I don't even really remember if I finished Syndicate, but I definitely started it. But I did not play Origins, I did not play Odyssey, I did not play Valhalla. I know a lot of people love those three games, but just from the outside looking in, it's a lot more RPG than what originally made me fall in love with the Assassin's Creed franchise. And Assassin's Creed is the definition of that one meme, what happened to the original plot of the movie? Because it just slowly fell apart over time, which I don't mind because the original plot largely focused on Desmond, like he was the linking piece. And Desmond was my least favorite part of the original games. I hated his sequences. So I did not mind that, but it felt so different over time that I slowly fell out of love with the Assassin's Creed franchise, and I have a feeling that if I ever played Origins or Odyssey or Valhalla, I'd probably have my gripes with them, but I know that they heavily focus on one of my favorite topics, which is ancient mythologies. We have the Greeks, the Egyptians, and of course the Norse. So maybe at some point I will pick those back up because it is my understanding that Mirage, I believe the main character, Basim, is brought up in Valhalla. I'm not sure if that is a fact, but that is what I've heard. And I've been really excited for Mirage for a very long time. I know a lot of people, when it comes to Assassin's Creed, what they want the most is the feudal Japan era, but I'm excited for Mirage because from what I have heard, it really is a return to the basics in a lot of the ways that made me fall in love with Assassin's Creed. It's a smaller map, a denser map. It's supposed to be more alive. There's much more of a focus on stealth and parkour, and I'm just really excited to hopefully enjoy the Assassin's Creed franchise again, because once again, I started in 07 with the first one. My brother actually started with it. He gave me the controller every once in a while, and then I played all the way up to Syndicate. And then I just stopped, and I would love to fall in love with this franchise again. What I know about this game, return to the basics. Basim is our main character. I believe it is 9th century Baghdad. And if we are still going along with the mythologies, that is very exciting because I do believe 9th century is around the time of the Arabian Nights tale, and I do believe there's the possibility of seeing a djinn. Djinn might have already been sighted. I really didn't watch the other trailers or the other breakdowns. I do believe there are other videos out there, but I didn't watch them. I have heard that a djinn shows up, and a djinn is one of my favorite mythological characters. A lot of people know them as genies, but it's a lot more complex lore. So I'm very excited to hopefully like this trailer and then hopefully really enjoy Mirage. And then later down the road, hopefully we'll be getting that feudal Japan game that everyone is so excited for. So let's stop me rambling and go ahead and jump into the trailer reaction for Assassin's Creed Mirage.
Welcome, Hidden One.
Okay, we're going by the Hidden One.
You have died and been reborn.
Ooh, the parkour! Okay, smoke bombs, red smoke bombs. Leap of faith, always.
We need to find a way to get you inside without being seen. You could bribe the guards to look the other way.
I shall see what flavor best suits me.
Oh, look at the stealth. The waiting on the bench.
Embrace the fear. Quiet it. Find the stillness. And let's go.
Oh, love it. He's so fluid with the blades, too. The pulley system to go up.
The stage is yours, Basim. We will be watching.
Oh, it's so pretty. It looks so good. You know what? Bonus trailer reaction, because I never looked at the cinematic trailer, which I assume is the story trailer, I probably should also do that because my knowledge of what is going to happen in Mirage, like world building wise, is Basim, Baghdad, maybe Tales from the Arabian Nights. So let's do it.
Peggy 18.
Basim, Abnei Ishaq. Are you ready to give up who you once thought you were?
I am.
Ready to sacrifice everything you held close?
I am.
Are you ready to leave your life behind and walk the path of shadows?
I am.
Gotta get rid of that ring finger. Oh.
Then, out of the dark, you will come into the light.
Is he gonna be our first assassin since Altair to lose the finger for the hidden blade?
And
Oh,
from
is that the old
light,
temple?
you will return to the dark. Never forget the tenets you have sworn to uphold. Stay your blade from the flesh of the innocent. Hide in plain sight.
Love it.
Never compromise the Brotherhood.
Okay, he's got a little bit of style to him.
From
A
this
little bit
day
cockiness.
forward, you are a hidden one.
Oh, the jump down. Oh, that felt so much like Ezio's trailer from way back in the day. The pocket sand. It's a classic. The feather. Was that supposed to be our
Assassin's
Jin?
Creed Mirage, coming 2023.
Interesting. I'm really liking what I'm seeing so far. It gives me hope, especially the gameplay trailer. The cinematic trailer was beautiful, but we all know how cinematic trailers can go sometimes. The gameplay trailer gives me a lot of hope that we really are returning to the basics, and what that means to someone who grew up with the franchise starting at Altair and going forward to Syndicate is once again that focus on parkour, that focus on stealth, the focus on the storytelling of it. And I'm not saying that Origins and Odyssey and Valhalla are bad games. I can't have an opinion on those. I haven't played them. And if anything, because I love mythology so much, I probably would really enjoy them if I gave them the chance. But just from looking at the trailers of those, the gameplay of those, and hearing other people talk about them, they definitely turned what was once a very linear story into this massive RPG that still has a very good story from my understanding, but definitely falls into the pitfalls of what it means to have an open world massive game in this day and age. Very much the walk 20 feet over here and talk to that NPC, then walk 30 feet over there and pick up that item they need and walk 40 feet over there. And then maybe at some point in the next 20 minutes, you'll finish this side quest that's just walking from one point to the other. So that is a lot of the reason that I've shied away from those games, is because of how, at least how I've heard the open world aspect is handled. But with what I'm understanding from Mirage, it's a smaller, more condensed map, which means more opportunity to really make the map feel alive and to make the things that you do in the map actually feel meaningful. And in the cinematic trailer and in the gameplay trailer, there was a lot of imagery that really brought me back to the trailers from Ezio's time. And even though I started with Altair, the first Assassin's Creed game really was my brother's game. And then from Ezio onward was my just doing it for myself because I enjoyed the franchise. So Ezio is always what I'll go back to. But from our character here, Basim, standing on the edge of the roof, looking down at his target, and then just casually stepping off in the way that he landed, it brought me back in a really, really good way, because there is nothing I would love more than to return to the Assassin's Creed franchise and just be excited about it, basically. And if I am correct in my assessment that this takes place in 9th century Baghdad, and we're still focusing on the mythologies of the places where these assassins are, that perfectly tees up the opportunity to talk about the 1001 Nights, the Arabian Nights. We even saw what I believe was the Jinn here, the Jinn that I've been hearing about. And Jinn are one of my absolute favorite mythological characters. I have such a soft spot for mythological entities that, in the classic sense of storytelling, even though Jinn are very complex creatures in mythology, but in the classic sense of storytelling, they are tricksters, essentially. They're neither good nor bad. Their main focus is to manipulate your main character onward in their path. So I'm very excited to see a Jinn. I'm very excited to possibly see the interpretation of the Arabian Nights. And I honestly would not be surprised if there was a traditional lamp that was a piece of Eden. So I'm loving what I'm seeing. I'm very excited. Once again, I want to enjoy this game, and possibly, once again, someone correct me or let me know in the comments. I heard that Basim might show up in Valhalla. I think he shows up in one of the newer of the trilogy. So possibly leading up to Mirage, maybe I will finally bite the bullet and play through Origins, Odyssey, and Valhalla. That way I can just truly complete my gameplay of Assassin's Creed, because trust me, I've played all of the rest of them. So maybe I need to finally knock those 3 games out, but I'm very excited for Mirage. I do hope it's I don't want to say what was promised, but what we maybe as the older fans are thinking it is. And then of course, hopefully at some point we will all get that feudal Japan game that we've been waiting on for so long. But for now, I'm happy. I'm excited for Mirage, and that's something I did not think I would say about an Assassin's Creed game. So I hope you guys have enjoyed the reaction. Please let me know down below. Assassin's Creed is a very, very long-running franchise. Once again, it started in 07. So let me know which game you started with, what your opinions are, especially if you started with some of the older games. What is your opinion on what Assassin's Creed started as, versus what it is now? Or if you just recently got into Assassin's Creed with some of the games, the later games. What are your opinions on this idea of returning to the basics? I feel like that is an interesting topic for people who loved Origins, Odyssey, Valhalla, but now there's this idea of returning to some of the original aspects of the game. So definitely let me know your thoughts. Are you excited? But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the reaction. I hope you'll join me again, and I'll be seeing you very soon. Bye now.